Hello and welcome. We are continuing with the alkene reactions part 2, where we're looking at reaction number 9 to number 13, and this is presented to you by Science Visualized. So number 9, when you start with this alkene, and alkene means carbon-carbon double bond, that one there, and then you react that with chlorine, that's Cl2, and water, you end up adding chlorine and OH across the double bond in such a way that the OH adds to the carbon with the least hydrogen. So this carbon C has no hydrogen. So you end up with the OH there. And then the Cl adds to the other carbon. That's the alkene carbon B. And that addition is called anti. Anti means one group goes in and the other group comes out. This one here. Number 10, reaction of alkene again with NBS. NBS means N-bromosuccinamide, and this is a structure of NBS. Basically, NBS just reacts like Br2, and therefore you end up adding Br and Br across the double bond, and it's going to be anti-addition. So you end up with one Br going in and the other Br coming out. Number 11, reaction of alkenes with NBS and an alcohol. So alcohols will lose protons, that hydrogen, and therefore you end up adding the alkoxy group. The end result is, as we saw, NBS, that's N-bromosuccinamide, will add Br and the alkoxy group anti. So the alkoxy group adds to the carbon with the least hydrogen, so carbon with no hydrogen C, and then the bromine will add to the carbon with the most hydrogen. And remember, the addition is anti. It goes through a bromonium ion intermediate if you write a full mechanism. Number 12, reaction between NBS and water. So the alkene gets reduced to an alkane, so it becomes a single bond. And then with NBS and water, you end up adding Br and OH across the double bond, and it's going to be anti-addition. So the OH adds to the carbon with the least hydrogen, while the bromine adds to the carbon with the most hydrogen. Number 13, now we are using NCS. NCS is N-chlorosuccinamide, so NCS. And that basically gives that chlorine, so it reacts like a Cl2, and basically you end up adding Cl and Cl across the double bond in anti-fashion. And the double bond carbons we know are carbon B and C, so you end up with one chlorine coming out and the other chlorine going in. And that's the end for this section. Thank you very much for listening and watching. Please support the channel by liking and subscribing.